Okay, so really fast, Neil, what's your favorite tax strategy and why?
It changes depending on what I'm looking at. I'm actually still writing a post on this. Been writing a post for a month on this, and I'm calling it the climbers strategy. So many people have heard about hiring your kids, putting your kids on payroll, and this is a next level to that strategy where basically you can make your kids into billionaires, and you can do it for free, and that's by putting them on the payroll and paying them enough in order to contribute to an IRA. And it's free because the tax savings that you get is actually almost equal to the amount that you put into the IRA. It's even Steven for you, and then your kids get set up for success over the long term. And
Mhm.
I'm a big fan of putting the kids on payroll. Not the tax benefits are nice, but more than that, it's the lessons with money that are, I think, more important. I don't know about you, but when I grew up, or in my family, we learned nothing about money. My dad was didn't want to spend money. I knew that, but as far as the what do you do with money? How do you save? How do you invest? There was nothing. And most families, I think, fall into that category. So I've got two siblings. When we all got into our 20s, each one of us got into different levels of trouble, money wise, because we just didn't know anything. And by having those lessons early, from starting at age 8, 9, 10, something like that, and going to their legal adults at 18, then you get to put those lessons in those kids' heads early on so that you can set them up for success. And so whether you do the climber plan or not, that's a separate decision. But just the fact that your kid wants whatever, the new Xbox or the new shirt, or I want to go to the dance or whatever it is. Okay, you have this money that you've earned. Do you want to spend it on that? And just that question alone starts getting people to think, do I really want that? Do I want to save up for this car that I want to buy when I'm turned 16? All these sorts of things just automatically kick in just by having that question. And then you can go deeper than that by going into savings, investment, charity, all those kinds of things. But even at its most basic level, just asking the question of, do I want to do this, knowing that I have an opportunity cost. If I do this, I can't do that. Most that never occurs to most kids because they're never faced with that. By establishing that pattern early, I think you are doing your kids a huge benefit. So currently, that's my favorite strategy, but it does change depending on what I'm looking at. And basically, when it comes down to it, they're all great
Right, right, right. Sure.
because they're all putting money back in our clients' pockets and not in the government. So that's what I get a thrill out of.